Dude, I swear, people in this building, they're just always coming and going. Like it's constant. It's all right, though. I'm not bitter. Still quieter than my last place. That forced hot air. Why are you wearing shades, Vince? I'm autistic. I don't need to explain myself. Let's take a look at this old snowmobile that I found on, what the hell is this platform? YouTube?
This is the continuation of my video of 2023. It documents from the time the sled was painted to the time my good friend Colin Ray and I met up at a snowmobile show in Bracebridge, Ontario in 2026.
I'll bet the top speed wasn't.
These days, the night shift cutie at the truck stop knows my name. Through the candle in the midnight oil lit up the honky-tonk highway. I see the sun come up, cause I ain't been to bed. Gonna have my name cut into a stone when I lay my head. No rest for the wicked, at least for a few 100 miles. I'm running wild. Ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones. Don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child.
He basically is restoring this whole unit.
Always been a runner, never been one for settling down. Spent my life in the backwoods looking for ways out of a one-horse town. I found a 6-string ticket and jumped that westbound train. I only slowed down long enough to stand up on that stage. Cloud 9 is a cloud of dust for the next 1,000 miles. I'm running wild.
No, I didn't get that wrong. That's actually what those are called. That's called the dashboard. The dashboard was part of the horse and buggy, the buggy part. At a dashboard, when the horse kicked up dirt and rocks and stones so that they would dash on the board. Hence the word dashboard. What we have inside a car now is hardly doing that function at all.
Ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried.
Put that engine up all by himself. Gotta love the steering wheel. At what point did we go from steering wheels to handlebars? Because there was definitely a point where we went from steering wheels to handlebars, obviously.
I'm running wild. Yeah, I'm running wild. Mama, I'm running wild. Yeah,
I kind of wonder how much steering. About the tread though, like how
revved up and ready for the snow. Coming up, an antique snowmobile made in Kitchener. CTV's Spencer Turcott introduces us to the restoration enthusiast.
Now, this is a news story they did on this. Still trying to figure out the tread. Wait a minute, what year was that? Did it say?
gonna run a.
Here we go. Number 2, blah, blah, blah. Sweden, 1944, 1942, 1943. It looks like. So this is a 40 snowmobile. And it's from Ontario, Canada. Kind of important if you're looking for details.
Been a runner, never been one for settling down. Spent my life in the backwoods looking for ways out of a one-horse town. I found a 6-string ticket and jumped that westbound train. I only slowed down long enough to stand up on that hill. Cloud 9 is a cloud of dust.
Show it from the back. It's always approaching shots, not leaving shots.
Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones.
He's got 2 of them? Oh, wow.
Oh, sweet child.
Good on you.
I'm running wild. Yeah. I'm running wild.
I love it. I mean, I love the old snowmobiles. My neighbor next door growing up had this old yellow Ski-Doo. And I wish it was still there because I would want to restore it. But the people that owned it, I mean, you have to understand, they grew up snowmobiling. I mean, it was in this family's DNA going back a couple generations. And if you went behind the house, there was this giant hill and went up into the woods. And then there was a clearing in the woods that they had built like a structure that was like an overhang. It was sort of a shelter. And then they had, it was, in the center was a bonfire. And they used to go up there with their snowmobiles. And they used to hang out in this shelter at the bonfire, maybe do some camping. I don't know. I think it was just a place to go drink beer and BS each other. And that's fine. But you knew growing up that it wasn't just the Cheetah snowmobile that went up there, which wasn't even primary use anymore. They had a Ski-Doo that was more modern that was primarily use. And then later he got a Polaris, or the youngest one got a Polaris. But they started with a Ski-Doo. It looked like the front end of a Volkswagen Bug, except without the lights. It just had that curved sort of look. And it just sat there parked for like 25 years, and it was forgotten. There used to be two of them, and the one that was still there had like a hippie flower on it. And then behind it, parked underneath the shed, were two other snowmobiles. One was a Ski-Doo and the other one was a Cheetah. And so they had 4 snowmobiles at one point, and they were all going up into this little campground that they created. It wasn't that far off the grid. It was approachable by foot, but that's what they used to do. And then they would go, because he owned all that property and there were all these fire trails, they would go snowmobiling on all those fire trails and then come back to this one place. And there were 4 snowmobiles. And I'm like, man, that's a whole culture that came and went right under my nose. I was living there, but I was a kid, you know? So this is so cool in so many ways. I love everything about this. I'd love to get my hands on an old. I know they only did 20 miles an hour, but that's not the point. The point is to take something that is forgotten and restored to legacy. That's what it's about. You know, legislators don't get that. People that aren't into a hobby don't get that. I get it. I mean, I might not own one snowmobile, but the car thing makes this totally applicable. So kudos to these people for doing this job. Absolutely beautifully done. Wonderfully
executed. Sled was probably February of 1958.
And you were just dating
I just met the daughter of the owner of the sled. The owner was a commercial fisherman.
He looks
in
like
Spanish Ontario on North Shore of Lake Huron there. And and I was dating his daughter. 5 years later, I wound up marrying her, and 62 years later, I lost her last June.
That's sad.
Yeah, so I remember this. I remember seeing it running in the wintertime. My wife's father used it as his work. It was his work vehicle through the ice fishing. He was a commercial fisherman, and he fished through the ice in the wintertime. They weren't as good. You know, and he didn't have an auger or anything to drill the holes in the ice. The ice would be 3 feet thick, and he'd chip it out. And he had a.
Can you imagine trying to stick somebody from today's timeline into that scenario? You need to go fishing, and you don't have anything except this toboggan and a drill and intent. I don't think there's like a handful of humans left on the planet that could survive that. The rest of them would fall. Like, where's the Walmart? Where's the grocery store? The fact that he lost his wife makes this even better or worse, I don't know which, because he has a legacy piece of equipment, was part of, that relationship, and I love that.
And a contraption, he pulled a trailer, or a sleigh rather, right behind him.
He did, yes.
All the time, little sleigh, and there's a video.
You gave me the video, yes you did.
A video that's showing that. Anyway, he would run the string of gill net under the ice. He had a plank with a couple of claws on it and two little ropes, two little cords.
The average person could not figure that out today.
He'd walk over to so he could hear where it was under the ice, with the string running back and through the hole. It was like a 400-foot long pair of strings, 400 or 500 feet maybe. Anyway, and finally he would.
This is one of those things that. When I was working in auto parts, this guy always calls, and he's looking for wiper blades for his, 2008 Dodge Durango. But first, he's got to tell you his whole life story. It has nothing, it has to do with the snowmobile, and in a way, it doesn't really have anything to do with the snowmobile. I get why he's telling the story, but it's kind of like the long way to get there. But I just wanted to show this off. I've been fascinated by old snowmobiles, and now I'm living in a place where that's actually something you can explore, and there's riding parks. I'd have to drive 2 hours into Vermont, but it's still there. There used to be a place called the Route 117 Snowmobile Ranch, but I'm fairly certain it's closed now, which is a shame because somebody always comes in and takes a huge steaming dump on something that's been around for years. Always what happens. What can you
he would wander around till he found out where this little claw arrangement on a plank was under the ice, and then he would start chipping the new hole.
I mean, it's an ice fishing story, so I guess we can end it there, but I just wanted to show that off. I thought that was so freaking cool. Damn Drops is in the house again.
Family, we have the new Whopper to cover. Before we do, I want to give a quick shout out to these two gentlemen right here. The very first content creators right here on YouTube that are going to be at Foodie Fan Fest. I want to give a shout out to my main man Peaks 100 will be at Foodie Fan Fest. And my main man King Scratch will be at Foodie Fan Fest.
All right, hold up. We need to be at Foodie Fan Fest. On point with camera. But where's it going to be? Because if he spits Las Vegas, I'm going to be pissed. These things are always in Vegas. They're always in Los Angeles. They're always in freaking California. Just stop with that nonsense. I'm going to need my shades for this. Go ahead.
So a quick shout out to both of these gentlemen right here, y'all. www.foodiefanfest.com. The early bird special tickets are now on sale. You can go ahead and order them online so you have the tickets. I already seen Chicago, what up? Like when they went on sale, and which was February 28th at midnight, my very first two orders came in from Chicago. It wasn't even Connecticut. It was from Foodie Fam in Chi-Town. So quick shout out to Chi-Town. We have Alabama coming through. We have Atlanta's coming through. And I'm just thinking this is going to be a Connecticut thing. Like,
all right, hold up.
The way y'all show love, family. So I can't wait to see y'all, man. And for shout out to those that are flying and shout out to those that are driving in. And of course, shout out to my Connecticut fam. But www.foodiefanfest.com.
We're going to have to look something up here. You're going to have to give me a minute because this requires scaffolding. So we're going to do that. Hold on a second. It's what I do, guys. It's what I do. I do it because it needs to be done. And it needs to be done. Bro, what is this? All right, it's in Hartford. Let me bring it back up. There it is, Foodie Fan Fest. Tickets on sale on March. So they're on sale right now. It's at Duncan Stadium in Hartford, Connecticut. All right, bet. General admission, you get 2 food samples, access to vendors, brand sponsor, access, live fest show, free giveaway, meet and greet with creators. VIP tickets include general admission package, half-hour early entry, 3+ foods. So basically, hey, if you pay us, we're going to give you the hookup. Then you can brag to all your friends, hey, I got the hookup. I'm going to I'm going to post on, so y'all, I got the VIP tickets. I hate people like that. He's got to shove it in everybody's face. I got the tickets. Good for you. And then you get extremely limited availability, includes VIP, free pro headshots, special VIP suite. Yeah, but what is up with the tickets, y'all? Because how much are the tickets? Get your tickets now. Let's find out. All right, I got all kinds of crap that I blocked. Look at this. We can't even get a look at this. So y'all, you can't even use the tickets. You can't get them. You can't even get them. I could try to point these joints on edge, but I'm betting it's going to throw the same scaffolding up. Nope, this one came up. So Firefox don't like it. So the price is $37.25 a piece to go to Foodie Fan Festival. And there's not much information as to what all this means. So, just something to note, man. I mean, Foodie Fam Fest is in the house. So, damn, I'd like to be there. Maybe I can get there. I don't know if I'll get there. It's good for my brand. I want to see my man, you know? He's the only personality of that group that he listed. I mean, you got this dude here, Sonny. I'd love to see him there, but I don't know it. But let's see what he says about this Burger King joint, because I'm not even sure. I don't think I was aware that Burger King had a new burger out.
Come meet Peaks 100 and come meet King Scratch, you know what I'm saying, of YouTube. My boy official Nathan Centron is gonna be in the building. Nate, what up, what up, what up? NDO Champ, I am Fat Poppy. You know, you're gonna see Badly and Chugs, of course, doing live chat. It's gonna be insane. All right, with that said, we have to get into some things. Now, I already have the brand new Whopper.
Now, should I launch my series on YouTube adjacent? And the reason I ask this is because the reason I'm not on there is copyright infringement. They don't have a human being doing work one of detecting copyright infringement. They're just letting an algorithm do it. Lazy, they end up dinging legacy creators that have been with them since the jump. And then they demonetize people. It's like a very Nazi approach. And I don't use that lightly, but it is like the Gestapo stepping in saying, "You used wrong." I don't know, that wasn't even a German accent, sorry, but you get the idea. You can't do this. You won't do this ever again. We're taking away your money. It's like YouTube spends more of its time trying to figure out how to demonetize legacy creators than it does actually trying to detect actual copyright infringement. Now, all the music from my show is AI, meaning it's completely original. There's nothing else like it on the planet. It's deliberately absurd and elaborate. I'm good at it. And I did it on purpose so that I didn't run into this crap with, oh, you can't be playing music. Well, I'm playing music, bitch, because it's my music. But anyway, that being said, your thoughts, drop it in the slot while it's hot. All right. In the comments, tell me, do you think I should launch the Vince Wild Experience, the actual exploration wing on YouTube, or should I stay on Rumble? Your thoughts. I want to know. Firing minds.
Can anybody guess what it is that I would normally order at Burger King when I slide through the spot, make it hot, see what they got? It's sitting right here.
Whopper with cheese.
This is like my go-to order when I don't have to do a food review, when I'm already out and about. I love it. I love it. I love it, y'all. I love it, family. Just a double bacon cheeseburger, y'all.
Oh, no.
Just a double bacon cheeseburger with ickle pickle popping on a handstand, a little bit of that cheese, right? And some of the beef. I just want to get a quick bite.
It's not big enough, bro. You got to do the Whopper. Listen, my first job that wasn't a newspaper route was working for Burger King. I became one. All right, well, I didn't become one with the food, but I learned how it was made, and I quickly ascertained why it is I love the Whopper more than the Big Mac, more than the Quarter Pounder. It's that mayo chop. Man, you can't get by that mayo chop. This, I've never even tried it. It's just like I get the Whopper or I get the deep fried chicken sandwich. Legacy flavors. Everything else they've messed around with too much. I hate it when companies do this. Bring back the old chicken sandwich on the grill. That was the stuff. No. And we're going to put honey mustard on it. Ain't nobody wanted no honey mustard. We just wanted mayonnaise and a chicken sandwich. Why couldn't you leave it alone? But they couldn't.
Something to hold me. So I know that Whopper got crunchy water on that thing and the red ring of death, and I just need something to coat my stomach.
Oh, and that ketchup just comes squirting out. You can't stop it.
Of ketchup, mayo, and mustard.
And it's going everywhere like a proper Burger King sandwich
Probably.
should.
One of the best bites at Burger King.
Yeah,
The
I'm
bacon,
a Whopper guy.
a little chewy. I would like it a little more burnt and turnt.
But I'm also, let people like what they like. So if this is his jam, this is his jam. I prefer the Whopper.
But it's still good. Nice flavor. I like that porky, salty flavor. Beef is decent. But you have to have the combo of mayo, ketchup, and mustard on it.
No mustard. Mustard out. Nope, you just need mayo chop.
Pickles popping on the handstand for the extra acidity levels to give it a nice little razzle dazzle.
Boom bap.
You know what I'm saying, T-Family? All right. Forget them hash browns.
I think I know what you're saying.
Let's get into the Whopper. Y'all don't care about them hash browns. Let's get into the new Whopper at Burger King.
What's new about? Wait a minute. No. If they're screwing with the Whopper, we're gonna have a problem. You can't be messing with my Whopper, y'all. You can't do it.
See what's happening. I want to see what makes this new Whopper so. Oh shoot, new Whopper. You look like that? New Whopper? Family, look at the way they got the new Whopper wrapped.
Yeah, they're doing a totally new thing. And honestly, though, I mean, the aesthetic is nice, but that's extra work for the grill crew. They really don't need to. And eventually we'll half-ass. First of all, you got to learn the paper folding technique. I don't know how to do that. And I would not want somebody just, waltzing in to Blue Danube, or however that song is, saying, you're going to do this now. You don't work here. My ass ain't doing this. They're lucky to get a sandwich because you're not paying me very well. So if you want origami, you better start paying for origami.
The branding game is insane. Heinz, do you see it? Heinz on the butt of the box. Heinz, letting you know what kind
Heinz
of ketchup they
own Burger King now?
We're here to make every Whopper worth it. How was yours? Y'all see that? Now, family, I know the going joke is with the McDonald's CEO online right now, teaching us how to eat a burger. That's the going joke.
Yeah.
I can't. No.
And he came back and he doubled down. He's like, I actually love the food. That's why I'm CEO. Yeah, you doing quarterly optics? You need to talk. I don't care how smart you are as a CEO. If you were taught quarterly optics, the McKinsey Bain profile, you were operating on something that was out of date the moment it came out.
Normally, I'm able to easily rip the lip of the container here. Burger King even got a better container. I was able to rip that side. This side I had to use thumb action. Normally I could just get pointer finger. I had to use thumb action to rip the lip. So even the quality of the container has been improved at BK.
But how long is that going to last? Quarterly Optics says, do this now and then make it disappear later and tell everybody nothing changed. That's what Quarterly Optics does. It's what they've been doing. It's why you used to be able to get 5 cups of pasta in a single box of Kraft Dinner, and now you get 2.5. While they still tell you, we never changed anything. They absolutely did. And this will change as well.
Do you see the thicker bun activity right here? That's what they're talking about.
This is a rollout. This is a marketing strategy. I'm not saying, because I love Burger King, but that's what this is. I mean, every one of these companies operates in quarterly optics. It's going to look sharp. It's going to look like the photo in the beginning, but they won't stay with that because it's not cost effective and they're not into legacy plays. So this is great and it should stay here. My instinct is it probably won't.
Hold the Whopper even better. They wanted to go with a thicker bun. They said they have a creamier, thicker mayo. You already see the raw onion butt. You see the red ring of death, and you see the lettuce, the crunchy water up off on the new Whopper.
Will you bite the damn thing?
It doesn't taste good, is what I want to know.
If they're still running it over a conveyor belt over open flames that is still flame broiled, they are not painted on like your grandpa used to tell you. Grandpa don't know shit. They never painted on the rings. They actually flame broil them or burned into the flesh.
I mean, they made this one to perfect. Oh, wait, hold on. What? What is that? Oh, excuse me. What kind of three-way burp was that? That's like a three-way phone call. I just had a total phone burp. All right, look. It's saying it never tasted better.
I'm going to have to do this, y'all. I'm going to have to break out the camera and go do this myself.
I feel like I got to treat this different, y'all. What are you doing? Don't be getting me with the beep beeps. Calm down. Calm down with the beep beeps.
If he doesn't have ADD, oh my word. This is like watching a kid with ADD in a field full of squirrels where a teacher is trying to teach an outdoor lesson. The kid with ADD is watching the squirrels, not the friggin' lesson.
All right, y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to keep the burger diaper on this one. I like where Burger King is going with this one. We saw it for what it is.
We're going to have
now
to do
we
this,
need to get ourselves a big mouth bite. And nobody bites a burger better than your boy. Pinky up extra hood bougie flavor.
Oh, what's up? I got busted ass teeth. He didn't even bite nothing. What is he doing? Bro's unhinged. He's like, he didn't even bite the burger.
I learned that from the McDonald's CEO. Take your own burger and get the fakest bite ever and add extra choo-choo to it.
Okay, I see what he's doing.
Actually, there's a lot of fake food.
But he actually took a bite of the burger and then he came back and did it again. I don't know.
And then they had a nerve to give a review about it afterward. Hey guys, this Whopper right here was amazing. I took a bite of the Whopper and let me tell you something.
Would you bite the friggin' Whopper? All right.
In a new, thicker bun, it's really, really coveting and holding my Whopper with glee. And I noticed a little bit of bacon. No Burger King right now in this place.
He's still talking about the burger. Like, right bro, bite the burger.
It's embarrassing, my man. Please don't ever play yourself like that again.
All right.
Let's get that Burger King CEO bite.
He spent 3 minutes
big CEO bite
lampooning the McDonald's CEO. Now there it is. Now that's a bite. He even got Magama in his beard.
Yeah. Baby, yeah.
No mustard on my Whopper.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
Be waiting.
That new bun tastes like it almost tastes buttery like a brioche bun, family. This new bun is throwing you, boy, and you see how thick the bun is right now in your face.
Yeah, that's a different bun.
It is really holding this Whopper together and providing pure visual entertainment in the burger game. Burger King, this is where you should have been with it. I'm glad you finally came this way with it.
The irony is, in the beginning, this is where they were at with it. They're just returning to the original playbook.
This burger is really good between the beef, the cheese, the bacon that's actually on here as well. I didn't mind so much the crunchy water and red ring of death. For the first time in a long time, right, it tastes whole. It tastes like a complete Whopper and how a Whopper should be. This is your flagship burger. Let it taste like a flagship burger. You, Burger King, you did just that. Yeah, right here. Right here. Okay, Strange. Burger King.
All right, bet. We're going to have to do this. If Burger King has messed with the burger that I love the most, we've got to get down there and we got to make this happen. I would do the B-Whoop thing, but that's kind of Dr. Mike's deal. All right, y'all. I got glasses on now. I'm here with my wife. First of all, I told you in the video, I'm going to have to stop everything I'm doing. I'm going to have to go to Burger King. I'm going to have to try out the new Whopper because Damn Drops did the new Whopper. He was liking it. The mayonnaise is supposedly more creamy. The execution is better. First of all, Burger King, you got to get your fries right. You ain't got your fries right yet. Now, look at this. That doesn't look right, does it? There's something just weird about it. It's not the same. They're okay. They could be better. But I'm never turning down French fries unless they come from Gordon Food Services. Because them joints are terrible. Now, let's do some video. Alright y'all, check it out. This is the new box. See? My wife's truly impressed, I can tell. She's not feeling great, but here we go.
I don't go to Burger King enough to know.
We opened the box. And y'all, first of all, just like Dan showed us, we're here to make every Whopper worth it. Well, yeah. And look at this joint. I mean, yeah. They're doing a whole new vibe now. My man wasn't kidding. So, I guess now I gotta eat this thing. Alright, for this, we gotta take off the glasses. Get the hat on straight. Because
I told you, I worked at Burger King. It was my first non-paper route job back in '93, I think it was. The first thing, we're going to move this. I still think that this is going to be something they're going to give up on. It's really a nice packaging, but how long are they going to let packaging eat into food profit? Now, is the Whopper different? This is the part that we gotta, you know, figure out. First thing that hits is the onion. Then that flame broil. That cuts through. Let's get another bite. I haven't gotten any mayonnaise yet. Got some pickle. Mayonnaise does appear to be creamier. I'm making a mess and I didn't bring napkins. But I'm not gonna lie, it's still a Whopper, but it's hitting differently. It's not heavy like it used to be. It used to be a very heavy burger, and now it's it's just got this flow that's delicious. We'll do a palate cleanser. So I'm making a mess, y'all. Alright, so the lettuce is still there. It's not really changed its presentation a whole lot. The onion is one of the first things I noticed, along with the flame broiled nature of the burger. But the burger always, the Whopper always traditionally makes you feel like, alright, I'm overdoing it. I'm feeling too full. This burger is more even. It still has that Whopper characteristic, but it's not hitting heavy. So they didn't, I mean, the bun is on point. Look at this bun. Have you seen a bun that healthy in a long time come from any burger establishment? No. So they changed that, and it feels more like the whole sandwich is like the situation. It's not just the meat, it's not just the vegetables, it's not just the bun, it's everything together. Whereas before it was kind of like this dense punch in the middle where you got a whole bunch of meat and veg and mayonnaise. And yeah, you started to wear it, because I'm wearing it right now. But it's good. I'm telling you right now, the mayo chup punch is still there. So, was my man right? Yeah, my man was right. Still a Whopper, still beholden to tradition, but not as heavy. Feels like a functional burger. Alright, I'm on board. Very well done, Burger King. I'm definitely impressed. So now, man, I done spilled it on my pants, on my crotch, my jacket. That's how you know it's still a Whopper. If you're not wearing half of it, it ain't a Whopper. This is still a Whopper. So there you go. Damn drops, my man, you are right. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Let's go back to the next segment in the studio. Rock!
Full disclosure, this guy from Loudwire is way too excited about this joint. I had to put my shades on and keep them on because, as you can see from the screen grab, we got Dee Snider. Icon. He is the Alice Cooper of Twisted Sister. He is not replaceable. Full stop. Unfortunately, nobody else got the memo, especially not whoever's currently running Twisted Sister.
You might not believe it, but it's 100% true. Twisted Sister officially have a new singer for their 50th anniversary tour, and I know you know this name. It's Sabastian Bach.
I hate Sabastian Bach. I've never liked Sabastian Bach. He's an opportunist. He's an egomaniac. He's a narcissist. If he disappeared and never showed up again, be oddly okay with it. He's just not as great of a singer as people give him credit for. Sorry. All you Skid Row fans, I just took a big dump on your singer, but I don't like him. I never have.
The former Skid Row singer, who has remained very active with his solo career, will be fronting Twisted Sister's 50th anniversary reunion shows in place of Dee Snider. And Twisted Sister have made it official, announcing on social media for immediate release.
JJ French and Eddie, what are you guys doing anymore? You're running a tribute band. You're faction. I'm Gen X, okay? You're my band. You were a heavy metal. You were one of the heaviest metal bands and badass bands that come out of the 70s. You're listed as influenced with bands like Metallica. Now what are you doing? What are you this is Dee's band. I'm sorry. I mean, these two clowns, this is friggin' Alex Van Halen all over again.
Sister members JJ French and Eddie Ojeda are thrilled to announce that iconic vocalist and frontman Sabastian Bach will be fronting the band for a handful of select dates this fall. These appearances do not affect or conflict with Sebastian's current or future touring schedule, which remains
doesn't seem to be permanent, but
yes, this is a massive.
They're gonna face plant. This isn't going to work, and they're going to face plant. They're going to face plant, and they're going to deserve it because Dee is Twisted Sister. They're not able to accept it, and they want to make that 50-year mark so badly. But Dee's health just couldn't keep up with him, and he decided to step away, and I respect him for that. But I don't respect the rest of the band for doing what Alex Van Halen's doing right now. It's like, screw everybody that isn't a Van Halen. Only with Twisted Sister, it makes less sense because it's screw everybody that doesn't agree.
Lineup change for a legendary band, but one thing you should know right now is that Dee Snider is totally okay with this. Some of you might be wondering how on earth Twisted Sister wound up in this predicament, so let's just back it up a bit. In September of last year, Twisted Sister surprised fans around the world by announcing a 50th anniversary reunion that would launch in 2026. The plan was for classic members Dee Snider, JJ French, and Eddie Fingers Ojeda to take the stage with brand new member Russell Zutto on bass and Joey.
They're trying so hard to match the legacy of Kiss, and they're actually better than Kiss when they're at full staff. Because they've got something real and genuine, and Kiss is just a marketing idea at this point. And they're completely fumbling the ball because they don't have any idea what they're doing. And then I don't care that Dee gave his stamp of approval. It just shows that he's past it. It doesn't show that it's a good idea.
Drums, and you may remember Franco having previously held that role from 1986 to 88, playing on the Love Is for Suckers album. Festival dates were booked around the globe for this reunion, and one of the most iconic bands of the 80s was set to take a victory lap and celebrate half a century of Twisted Sister.
Which would have been impressive.
Things seemed to be moving along fine until February 5th, when news suddenly broke that Dee Snider, due to health problems, would not be fronting Twisted Sister anymore. The singer released his own statement, and another, signed by JJ French and Eddie Ojeda, were shared separately. The 70-year-old singer revealed he was suffering from degenerative arthritis and had even undergone multiple surgeries over the years in order to continue being able to perform. The statement also said that the level of intensity he has dedicated to his life's work has taken its toll on his heart as well, and that he can no longer push the boundaries of rock and roll fury like he has done for decades. Snider himself said, "I don't know of any other way to rock. The idea of slowing down is unacceptable to me. I'd rather walk away than be a shadow of my former self."
Oh, and that's exactly why what Eddie and whoever else, what they're doing is an insult, because this band has one speed and they're now trying to slow it down, and it's not going to work.
The other statement, meanwhile, indicated that French and Ojeda were met with the sudden and unexpected resignation of Snider, and that the future of the band would be determined in the next several.
Oh, bullshit. You guys knew he was going to resign. You saw the writing on the wall. If you're not, then you're not band leader. Probably just step away from the whole project.
Weeks. It immediately set up the question, are Twisted Sister really considering going on without Dee Snider? And who on earth could step into that role? Who would want to? Now, it's important to remember what Dee said a few years back when Dream Theater's Mike Portnoy helped Twisted Sister finish up their 40th anniversary farewell tour after the death of drummer AJ Pero. Snyder has maintained over the years that each member of Twisted Sister had handpicked their desired fill-in.
Mike Portnoy, boy oh boy. That's like trying to bottle a hurricane. I mean, he's a great drummer, but I'm not sure he's a match for Twisted Sister.
Should a situation arise where one was needed, medical emergencies, sicknesses, etc., or sadly, in the case of AJ Pero, death. What I'm saying is this isn't the first time Twisted Sister have ever had to contemplate what it would look like with a singer not named Dee Snider. And most recently, Snyder insisted as much and even mentioned Bach as one of the two singers he had asked about that role years ago. As revealed in a preview from an episode of the Beardo and Weirdo podcast with comedian Craig Gass and Five Finger Death Punch bassist Chris Kale, Snyder says he had asked Hanoi rock singer Michael Monroe about being on call as a fill-in, and yes, Sabastian Bach. It turns out when this idea was...
Sebastian is an egomaniac. I mean, anything he's a part of makes that project unlikable to me. I don't know if they've considered that. These guys are I don't know what they're doing. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy tickets for these shows, and I can't imagine a lot of other people are. If anything, the feedback coming back on the back end is going to be like, what the hell were they thinking? And it's going to be deserved, honestly.
Was floated years ago as this emergency fill-in type situation. Both Monroe and Bach had absolutely no interest. Could you blame them? It's totally unenviable to have to take that spot. But flash forward to today, and the situation is much different. The circumstances aren't just a fill-in for one show here or another here. It's about seeing a commitment to honor the 50th anniversary of Twisted Sister through to the end. Bach brings Dee Snider's emphatic energy to the Twisted Sister stage, ensuring a major component of the physical show remains intact.
I mean, they did a farewell tour, guys. Why do bands do this? The most famous one is Motley Crue. We're going away. Nikki Sixx, the only way to end this thing is to line it up, shoot it execution style in the back of the head so nobody can come back. 3 years later, 5 years later, they're back on tour again, which means all of it is meaningless. Farewell tours mean absolutely jack diddly crap, and we all know it. Stop pretending you're going on farewell. Thunder, one of my favorite bands of all time out of England, has done at least 4 farewell tours, and they finally stopped doing it, realizing this is what we do and it's okay. And then, yeah, we're older. We can't do the windmill and we can't do the high kicks anymore, but we can still play. And that's really what people are coming out for, not spectacle.
He's got the star power. He's got the charisma to make these shows something worth seeing, and not just for novelty's sake. And
Loudwire, you're off the mark on this
kind of feels like the only logical choice, right? So let us know what you think about Sabastian Bach being in Twisted Sister in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're ever in the mood to browse for new vinyl, band shirts, whatever else bands are putting their names on these days, head over to our merch store at store.loudwire.com.
I mean, you guys think you're ahead of the curve, but you're missing it again. And it's like the 1,000th time you guys, and I mean the media, the rock and roll media, have misinterpreted this. You cannot replace legacy members of groups. Like, imagine replacing Alice Cooper with somebody else. The band disintegrates. Alice Cooper is the man. Likewise, Twisted Sister is Dee Snider. Sabastian Bach cannot fill in. I understand they're trying to make a 50-year-old or a 50-year reunion thing so that they can go out on a high note, which they probably won't. They'll probably be back in 5 more years for the Walker tour. But I don't know how they miss it. The fans are pretty vocal. Seems like something you should have paid attention to.